Hey everyone, I'm Nate.
And I'm Abby.
We're the RC Sailors, and we have a really cool airplane to show you guys today. This is a Hubsan GPS, extremely beginner friendly airplane. Amazing little setup. It only took me, the slowest builder in the world, about 10 or 15 minutes to put it together. Extremely easy. And the way this is set up is also beginner friendly because you have your brushless motor mounted up here on the top in the back, super protected by the body of the plane, so when you land, the landings on this guy are really easy, and just so many great things going on here. Check this out. On the lens cap on the front, we take this little plastic protector off. We have a 1080p HD wide angle lens up there. The camera is just right there in the nose, protected around a plastic shield. It has an SD card slot on the inside under the canopy here that snaps on and off, and this will record your flight as well as give you FPV 5.8 gigahertz, about 1,000 meter range. This is boasting a 20 to 30 minute flight time. And what it records is the clear camera footage, not the FPV kind of at times staticky signal. Right. Exactly, and this is only a 1300 milliamp 7.4 volt, that's 2 cells, LiPo battery with a JST connector. It fits very snugly in here. Everything is already perfectly balanced because it's ready to fly, and let me show you the transmitter on this guy. If you guys are familiar with that amazing Hubsan GPS drone that we've had on the channel a while ago that does extremely well, then you'll be very familiar with this transmitter. This is a GPS transmitter. It also has your 5.8 gigahertz FPV signal on a little monitor here. I think that's something like 2 or 3 inches. It's pretty small. And then you have a GPS return to home toggle switch. Everything else is actually not really used. I think 2 switches function as your return to home switch. This is your regular 2.4 gigahertz antenna, so for the plane itself. This is a patch antenna for kind of longer range. You always want to have the patch antenna pointing in the direction that you're flying. If you're flying behind you, you're not going to get as good of an FPV signal as if you were to turn around and point the transmitter in the direction that you're flying the plane. So keep that in mind, that's a good tip. Another tip here for you guys is that you should find a way, somehow, any way possible to get yourself some RC Sailors stickers, because the included stickers do not stick very well to this, I noticed. They just weren't very good material. So because they were not sticking very well, we just slapped some of our RC Sailors stickers on there, and don't they look awesome? Got some on the tail and stuff. Pretty cool. This just snaps in together. A little tip for you guys is that the plastic pieces that come down and hold the main wing on, they didn't spread out very far to actually hold it in place extremely well. So what I did was I crammed a little bit of tape in between that, and then I put a piece of tape on it to hold the wing on more securely. I just felt better doing that. And this last tip for you is actually a really big tip. According to the instruction manual, multiple times, it tells you that if you do not take off within about 2 minutes, your camera setup will overheat because of that video transmitter in there, and you'll get a black image on your screen. You won't record anything. So if you get this and you're on the ground fiddling with it and you're thinking, why am I not getting a signal and it looks black, it's because your camera and stuff's overheating. Take the canopy off, unplug it, wait for it to cool down. When you take off, plug it in, take off within a minute or so. That airflow keeps it cool enough to keep it all working just fine. But if it's sitting on the ground, stagnant for 2 minutes or more, you're gonna get a black image. Don't worry, your plane isn't broken, it's just getting hot. So Abby and I are both gonna try to get this in the air today and just see how it does. Oh, it's going to be kind of chaotic because Nathan's going to fly his race drone during this flight. It's boasts a 20 to 30 minute flight time, which is pretty long. So we're going to do the best we can with it. I lied to you. I said all those switches are just one for GPS. Another one of those switches turns your LED strips that are already pre-installed on and off, so you can fly this in late evenings or even at night if you're familiar with your area and you have a spotter. And you have bright LED strips on the bottom. I love that. This plane has everything that you would ever want in a beginner style airplane. We've said planes like the Sensei FS are the best beginner plane. I've got a good feeling that this is going to be the world's best beginner, ready to fly RC plane.
Also, if you don't want to use the transmitter, you could, or the transmitter screen to fly FPV, you could also sync that up with your own goggles and fly like that too, which is really cool.
I'm going to test that today for you guys and see how that does.
Are you? I thought you were just going to fly your race drone.
I think I'll do the race drone, and then we'll switch back, and I'll slap my goggles on near the end and make sure it works. I think it's going to work just fine.
Let's fly. All right, Nathan, take her off.
Oh yeah.
So cool because this is going to have GPS and a return to home function. I can't wait to test that out.
Okay, I'm hands free.
He's hands free if you can't hear him.
Hands free. It's leveling off and it's just kind of flying a bit in a circle there, which is nice. Now I've got control back over it. I'm just going to turn like a normal plane.
So this has a beginner mode and an advanced mode. And right now we're in the beginner mode. That's what this whole video is going to be.
Yes, you can go into the manual and change everything over into the transmitter and stuff. I'm sorry, I said the manual, but it tells you how in the manual to change everything over. Now I'm flying. I've reduced the throttle down to about maybe 45% or so on the stick, and it's staying in the air really well. We're shooting for a nice long flight time here, so I'm gonna give us a nice low flyby. And then I'll probably pass the controls over to Abby and just go ahead and try to get some race drone shots for you guys. Very cool. I want to do this a little bit higher.
So good.
Just gonna slowly cruise it up.
I just can't believe that this comes like fully ready.
It's awesome.
For FPV.
It's awesome. I'm just climbing a little bit higher, and then I want to pass the controls over to Abby, and it'll take me a minute to get my race drone in the air. But I think you're good to go here. You're good to go. Passing it off to you.
Okay,
look at this.
So what we have to do
It's flying itself.
Is I'm going to take this off the monopod, because you're going to fly your race drone now, right?
Yes.
All right, taking it off the monopod, leave it right here.
It's cool. We should have some video on the plane for these guys to watch.
And I'm going to set this right down here by me.
Trying to continue to film our audio.
Yeah. Sit down and hand it over to me.
Okay, Abby has the controls there for the plane.
So Nathan is going to fly his Walkera Furious 250? 215?
215.
215. Okay. The FPV signal on this looks so good right now.
All right, there's Abby. I got her on the action cam. Okay.
Right. I'm really flying.
And look at the FPV. It's awesome. No, you look at it.
Me?
You can fly with the FPV.
That's too scary. I've never flown a plane FPV before.
But that one is the safest plane ever.
I know.
It's so easy. You really can do it.
I'll have to do a video with goggles on and try to fly FPV.
Yeah, the goggles.
I've never flown a plane FPV.
That's correct.
I believe that.
That's correct. Okay, I'm just about ready here. I'm getting all booted up. Power on. You may lose your video signal for a second.
Got some static.
That's because your patch antenna is pointing to the ground.
Wow, okay.
Okay.
No, it just when you turned on, it was staticky.
I'm going to sit over here by the camera, so hopefully it can record me.
All right.
And, oh, I'm still on the airplane. I need to switch over to mine. Hopefully it gets me.
This is so
nice.
Easy to fly.
Okay, awesome.
All right, and your camera for sure was recording on your race drone?
Yep.
So what's cool is
hang on.
His camera is going to be filming me, and my camera could potentially film him flying by too.
Maybe.
And we'll have all
Where
this.
Where you at?
Okay, I'm flying right to left over Death Valley, and now I'm going to turn. I'm pretty high. Let me get lower for you.
Yeah, I don't see you.
And now I'm turning.
Looking.
And I'm going to go left to right. Turning right over our heads pretty much.
Oh, I see you.
Okay.
I see you. Got you.
We'll have all this stuff that we're using for this video, all the RCs linked down in the description box below for you guys.
Try to ease off on the throttle some. Just cruise. There you go. Nice. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You had to have been in my shot.
It was close. Okay, I gotta find you again. There you are.
Sorry. Turning.
I thought I saw you. Oh yeah, you're far away.
Going over Death Valley, right to left.
I see you. I got you.
I'm gonna try to get lower for you.
Oh, there's a mosquito or something. All right, when you fly into the sun, it's hard for me to see you, but I got you. We're good. Oh yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Losing power. Oh my gosh.
Just give it a little more.
So close.
Yeah, there you go. You'll be able to fly just fine with that.
Turning. Oh, it seems so
You're
close.
okay. Don't you worry about it. I got the.
It's not just close to you, just close to the ground. I am not used to flying this low.
You're not that low. You're okay. You can give it a little more throttle. I just want to try for a nice long flight time here on this thing.
Especially with a brand new plane flying this low. It's pretty scary to me.
This plane is so awesome. So awesome.
Such a pretty night.
Yeah, this is a perfect evening to fly this. Wow. Okay, I'd ease off on the throttle some, just a hair. I can hear it, just it sounds a little loud. Yeah, nice. Get a good cruising speed.
It's so cool to fly together.
I love flying with you. Chasing planes FPV is my favorite thing to do. I know you said turning, but I wasn't ready.
Sorry.
That's alright.
Turning.
Okay, now I want you to fly FPV so that you can actually fly a little farther away. So use the screen.
Oh my gosh, Nathan.
You're fine, it's a GPS plane. And just fly a little bit farther away, not a whole lot farther. Because I can't go super far on mine. My range is not as good as yours. And okay, you're out there, good.
Turning.
Yeah, nice. So Abby is actually looking down. And I'm getting a little static on mine because I just got a race drone, so I don't have long range like she does. Very awesome. Very awesome. I'm super high and I'm getting a little bit.
Am I really high?
A little bit.
I think I have that stuff on my screen.
The telemetry?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Okay. I'm looking
You're
back
okay.
up now.
Okay. I gotta come down some. We're getting pretty high and I don't have amazing range.
That must have been fun. You see it dive like that?
Yeah. Alright, I gotta get caught back up to you. It won't look good on our little action cam. And I don't have much longer. I only have a few more seconds I can chase you. So let me get up close on you here. Okay. Awesome. And I am gonna come down. That's long enough for me. Land, and then I'll... Not a bad landing.
So on the screen it says that I've been flying for 8 minutes and 13 seconds.
Cool. Just keep it at a cruising speed. I'll be right back.
This is such a nice little plane, and the coolest thing is that it fits in the trunk of my little Honda Civic.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a small car, and it fits in one piece. So
amazing.
That's another bonus of this.
All right, I'm gonna turn this off.
Move! You're flying in my way.
Walking in your way?
Yeah, walking.
Okay, now...
You want to be flying in my way.
my race drone is now off. So I'm going to jump over to the FPV on your plane. And if you would pass the controls off to me, I will fly some FPV here after you get the DSLR ready.
No, you're fine. Go ahead. And on the monopod.
I'd just rather have you spotting, so
yeah,
that's why I'm waiting on you to get your camera ready. So now what I'm going to kind of do is do a little bit of FPV / range testing here. Okay?
Yep.
So Here we go. I'm FPV now.
So Nathan is using his Quantum Cyclops goggles, and we'll have that linked below. They do not come with this setup.
Right.
So keep that in mind. But you will be able to do FPV because of the screen on the transmitter. But with the goggles, it's a way more immersive feel, right?
This is amazing. This is like a beautiful landscape shot. It's actually wide angle in my goggles too.
Nice.
I've never flown this far away FPV, not even with like the Mavic or anything, because if you look at the airfield, I am out there, guys. I am out there.
I have the camera on you, but I'm sure from your video they can tell.
It's beautiful, beautiful.
Do you have any telemetry on your goggle screen?
The only thing that I have right now is my flight time, the fact that it's in 1080p full HD, and I have a little battery indicator. That's
cool.
it.
But there's way more info on the transmitter screen.
I chose to fly back at us because I wanted to see when I turn around, do I have as good of an FPV signal as when I'm going away? And I did not. Right at first when I turned around way out there, I had a lot of static, but then as I got closer, I was good. Now I'm pretty high. I'm pretty high up there, and I was really far out. It just depends how you're flying and where you fly, what direction you're flying when you're gonna have FPV signal. But if the transmitter signal loses its signal, it'll fly back to you. So let's do another, I wanna do another thing here. We gotta test the lights on this. So let me get it back in closer.
Okay.
See, I can,
where you are.
Yeah. Okay, I'm out over that shed. I'm at the far corner. You see it?
Okay.
Way up there?
Yeah,
and we're gonna test the lights now.
Bring it way lower.
Yeah, I'm just dropping the throttle. I'm gliding. Just total gliding right now. This is an awesome little plane. This is amazing.
The plane is really easy to see in the sky with your own eyes, but because of the size with a little 2-inch DSLR screen, it's a little harder to find. I just saw it and then it disappeared.
Okay, right at the corner again, right over there.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to kick the lights on. 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, those look good. You see those?
Not yet. Come closer.
Come closer. Okay. How about now?
Yeah.
Aren't those amazing? Those look so good.
Show them that you can turn them off again.
Okay.
Off.
Off.
On.
On.
Nice. That's so cool.
They're very bright lights.
That looks so good.
That's going to help with orientation like crazy.
Oh yeah.
I'll fly by again. Let me just kind of come directly over us. I think that's probably the best way to do it.
Okay, I gotta restart my camera in 3, 2, 1.
Fly directly over. Look at those.
Okay, we're back.
See the lights? See the lights?
Yep.
Don't they look great?
Yeah.
Those lights are awesome. This is the best little beginner-friendly plane I've ever flown, and then I can just slap my goggles on. Okay, now the main thing you guys are probably waiting for is let's test that GPS switch. So I'm gonna throw it. I'm gonna just look, hey, oh, okay, I'm really far away. I lost my orientation. I don't know what's going on. I'm worried I'm gonna crash. 3, 2, 1. I hit the switch. It takes over the throttle. Hear it? It's winding up.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually climbing. And now it's banking.
Shoo, it was way far out there too.
Okay. And now it's
kind of scary.
It's doing all this. I'm not touching the controller at all. So let's see how it reacts. All I have to do is throw that switch and I take control again if I need to. It's doing absolutely all this. I'm not touching anything. I'll try to show you guys.
Here it is. It's just circling way out there.
I think it circled way out there. So if I was farther away, like that's close enough I can see and take back over flight. That's perfect. That's where I want that plane to be. So it's doing all this. It's actually getting a little bit closer.
Yeah, there we go.
That is amazing.
That is so cool.
It's 20 feet away and 40 or 50 feet or something like that up. That is perfect. So let me just show you guys again. I'll just walk out here.
Yeah, you should just set it down. Start flying and then set it down.
So I'm just going to fly it kind of far-ish away with my goggles here.
So he's flying far away right now, and then he's going to flip the GPS switch here in a minute and put the transmitter down to show you that this thing can actually fly itself.
That's far. I can't even really
I don't even see it.
So I'm going to throw the switch, okay? I'm going to set that down.
I hear it.
I'm just going to watch it fly back here.
So where is it, Nathan?
It's over those power lines way out there. Like way out there. I don't have any signal, but I can see a little bit. There, it's coming back.
I still don't see it with my own eye.
It sees the airfield. It's really far out there.
This is kind of scary.
I'm just going to pick up the... Oh, I see it. I see it. It's over by the shed. It's way out there.
I still don't see it.
It's starting to circle back towards the airfield.
I'm just keeping my camera on you so they can see that you are not touching
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
anything.
I mean, it's recording, so it's fine.
It's getting louder.
Yeah, it's like racing back.
Where is it?
It's over the shed area.
Is it high?
It's definitely, yeah, it's up there. I can see the lights. It's coming back. Look at it. Can you see it? Up there, over the airfield. It made it back. See?
Why am I?
It's right there. See the bright lights? It's right there. Look. Right there. Right
Oh, there it is.
right here. Look at that. Woo! It made it.
Wow, that was kind of scary for a second. That is so awesome because that shows you if you panic at all, it's gonna come back even super far away.
That was
even
amazing.
super far away.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Wow. That right there is worth every single penny you could spend on this.
That is awesome. Look at this. Look, I pick it back up now, but I'm gonna turn the GPS off and I'm just gonna cruise a little bit. This is amazing. Those lights look awesome. I've got amazing FPV signal. Oh my gosh, this is cool.
I just wasn't looking high enough for it.
You know what? You need to fly FPV.
I was looking way lower for it.
All right, I'm gonna pass it.
I don't want to fly FPV today. We'll do that in another video because this definitely deserves some more coverage on our channel because this thing is just awesome.
You think so?
Yes, the Hubsan plane, the first Hubsan plane we've ever had on our channel.
Yeah.
With GPS, FPV, I mean, this is awesome. The only way it could get better is if it came with its own goggles, but honestly, if you're already into the FPV hobby, then you probably already have your own favorite set of goggles,
Yeah.
so you probably wouldn't even want them.
I don't know.
So,
I think
that's just awesome.
You know, these goggles that I'm using are perfect for it, so we'll have it linked
Oh,
for them.
also, this thing comes in black. We wanted it in black, but it was out of stock when we bought it. The black version of this looks so
cool.
sleek. Just so sleek. Just click the link below and you can see it in that color and it just looks really neat. We've never had a solid black plane before.
Hey,
And so if you can find it
Abby,
in stock, then you want it.
I want to try to do a low FPV flyby.
Okay. I don't even hear you right now.
I'm over the shed from left to right
How
for
high
you.
are you?
Really low.
Oh, there you are. Holy moly. Do that again.
I'm going to. That's cool.
If you would have had the motors going, I would have seen you faster.
Hey, it's stealthy. This is like a legit spy plane here.
What's our flight time on?
18 minutes
Nice.
on a 1300 milliamp
That is
battery.
crazy.
So I'm just flying FPV here.
Do you know what the connector was?
I already told him, JST.
JST. So
Yeah.
you could get some more of these batteries. You could probably get a little higher milliampage battery.
No, I don't think so because
No?
it's a perfectly snug fit in there and
Oh,
everything
yeah.
is balanced perfectly.
That's true.
And to be honest with you, if you
And
can get
20
20-minute
minutes, that's
flight
awesome.
time, you're doing just fine.
And we'll also have our favorite charger linked below. Will that work on it?
Irrelevant because this doesn't need that.
Okay. But it doesn't take that long to charge, right?
Right, it was pretty fast charge on the included charger.
That's good.
Like an hour or something.
Oh, that's not bad at all. So,
Look at
almost every hour you could have a 30-minute flight time.
Well, I'd get one more battery maybe, and then you could just, if you had 3 batteries, you could always have one charged.
I guess just maybe make sure it's the same battery that it comes with, so you make sure it fits in there.
Yeah, definitely.
So it doesn't throw off the CG.
You could do a little bit more, but it is really a perfectly snug fit, and when it's something like this, I've always said this in all my quadcopter reviews and everything, if it's proprietary, which this is not proprietary, but it's a snug fit. But if it's proprietary, I'm okay with that as long as it works. So we're pushing a 19.5-minute flight time. there's no need to try to get bigger milliamp batteries, in my opinion. Just go with what they have. I mean, I don't know how much they're charging for spare batteries, but I'm sure you can buy them.
The cool thing about this is it was just really easy to put together.
10-15 minutes.
It took you less than 10 to 15 minutes to put together.
Quicker than the time it took for it to charge.
Yeah.
And I am horrible at building stuff.
And that's all you had to do. You didn't have to sync anything to the transmitter. You didn't have to install anything.
This is an amazing plane, guys. If you've never bought a plane before, by far, this is the most beginner-friendly plane I've ever seen.
I thought you said by 4. That's why I was laughing.
Oh yeah, no. All you need is one.
All you need is one. By far the best plane.
Let's see how low of a flyby I can get over the grass. I love this thing. This is awesome. Okay, let's see. I'm not going to land, but I want to see how low I actually get.
You're still flying FPV.
Yeah, I've been FPV this whole time.
Right.
I just want to see what it looks like. So I feel like I'm pretty low. I feel like I'm pretty low. Let's see. I can see individual blades of grass.
That's pretty low. I think you'll be impressed when you see this footage, Nathan, of how low you were.
Oh, okay. It jerked. It took over control, and I'm at 21 minutes. So I think that means battery's low. Where am I? There we go.
Right there.
Okay, so it's time to land because it's kind of taken over. It's trying to get me back to home, saying, "Hey, man, your battery's low. You need to land this." What is it doing? Oh, the lights are blinking. Okay, I'll let it decide here. Okay, zero throttle. Zero throttle. Let's bring it in. Come on, I need a little more juice. Okay, alright. Fighting that GPS a little bit. Uh-oh. Okay, so that was a little funny. The GPS was trying to bring it in. What I should have done is fly a little higher, and then on that landing, turn the throttle off, which makes the GPS let you have control. And then I can just glide in for a landing. Mm-hmm. But I was very low because of those low flybys. So the GPS was kicking on when I gave it more than half throttle to try to fly, and then the GPS was, after I'd give it zero throttle and it'd kick off. That's why the wing was going like this. So let me run out and grab it really fast. I wanted to show you guys the lights. Since I was flying FPV, I couldn't see those lights. They blink really fast when the battery's low.
Stop recording.
I did.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
Okay. I'm really out of breath because I ran out there really fast. I wanted to turn that off before 2 minutes hit. I didn't want it to overheat. So let's see here. My motor is like colder than the foam. Battery has no heat to it at all. Just slightly warm. And
that's heat.
The video has nothing, so that's good. I wanted to know if anything was under stress, you know, and it's good. But on a 1300 milliamp LiPo battery, and you're getting a 22 minute flight time realistically, and we were juicing.
We didn't glide like at all.
No. So I think if you climbed high and then cut the throttle and just glide around, you could probably push a half hour, maybe longer. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you what, guys, this plane is amazing, absolutely amazing. Most beginner-friendly plane I've ever had my hands on. And I mean, I've never flown anything like this. I've flown a lot of planes. I don't know exactly how many, a lot. I've never flown anything like this, and it basically flies itself, but it still gives you the freedom of just exploring the area around you. That was just so beautiful. My race drone, I can get similar shots, but it's a much closer proximity. This had surprisingly pretty far range. Now, something that's very important that I will tell you guys, and I say this to everybody that ever asks, what's the range? How far can it fly away? I don't care if it'll fly 5 miles away. You should only fly within line of sight safely. If you cannot see the plane with your bare eyes anymore,
or your spotter can't see the plane,
then you're too far. You're too far. It's not safe anymore. But if you're flying this plane and it happens to lose, if you lose orientation with it, you're flying away from you, and you think, oh man, I don't know which direction it's facing anymore, which happens all the time.
All the time.
All the time when you're flying airplanes. It'll happen for a split second. It happens to me all the time, but usually you can flip it around and catch your orientation again. The good thing is with this one, if it continues to fly away, you can throw that switch, or when it gets out of range, it'll fly back to you. That is amazing. It would be great if someday all RC planes have the ability to have some type of GPS in them, so that if you do panic, no matter how good of a pilot you are, you could throw that switch and it would just fly back in your general vicinity. This is amazing technology. It's an awesome time to live with stuff like this available for purchase.
And guys, if you're wondering about our stickers, I think once we get back from Flight Fest, we may start giving some of those away.
Probably.
We haven't really talked about it, me and you, but yeah, probably is going to happen. So just make sure you stay tuned on our channel so you don't miss out.
I think these look pretty good on planes. They turned out pretty well.
I like them.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm trying to be very open here about this. Probably the biggest problem with this plane is the fact that I didn't feel like the wing was held on super securely. So before you fly, I'm going to remind you one more time, you have these two little plastic pinchers that poke through and then they spread out when it goes through that little hole there. And you need to probably wedge something between those two pinchers to keep them spread out, and then put a piece of tape over that to hold that stuff in place, whatever you wedged in there. After you do that, it works really well. And it may have been fine without doing that, but better safe than sorry. So that's why I did that. Other than that, and the fact that their stickers don't stick on very well, those are really the only two negative things that I can think about with this airplane. Amazing. It's linked below. Yeah, just buy it. You'll love it. You'll absolutely love it. Let us know what your flight experiences are with this after you get it. Amazing. Just amazing. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.